chipmunk party. I'm on the Collegiate West now and have 3 miles to go to Hope Pass, which is all up. I think it's about 3,000 feet in the next 3 miles. But looking at these rocks just gave me a flashback to Maine. Wish it might not have been Maine. The AT. Climbing up rocks like this. Nice little access to the water up here above the falls. Well, I haven't been filming much because this trail is pretty much straight up, except for this flat little stretch that I'm on for about 20 feet probably. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it, just taking my time. And yeah, I don't care if it takes me all day to do 3 miles. I'm having a good time and I'm happy to be out here. I am 1.4 miles from the top of Hope Pass. Pretty soon I'll be past the tree line. So I'm gonna stop right here at this pretty little creek that I've been listening to for a while and drink up and load up on water. Coming up through the meadow and up above tree line. And I sure hope we're not going straight up that. I know it's steep, but I guess I have to forge ahead to find out. Wow, that is rocky. And it looks like the trail goes off that direction. Way down below there, you can see the Twin Lakes. There are a lot of trail runners out here hiking up, or I should say running up Hope Pass, training for the Leadville 100, which just happens to be this weekend. And a guy passed, I thought I recognized him going uphill. When he came back down, I was sitting here having a drink of water. Of course, soaking up the view, but he was not running on the way down. So I asked him, I'm like, are you the owner of the In the Clouds hostel in Leadville? And he says, yes. He's like, I thought I recognized you. That's where I spent a good week plus, starting my recuperation. I didn't know how long I was going to need to be off at that point. So I hung out for a bit and then Andy came to get me. But then I went home from there and I'm back. So it was great to see him and be able to let him know that I'm doing better. And yeah, it's just beautiful out here, isn't it? And as gorgeous as this landscape is, I don't know how anybody could run it. Actually, I don't know if you can see him down in that bright yellow shirt. That's the gentleman I just mentioned. And those lakes closest to us are Twin Lakes, where I came from this morning. Well, I thought I was getting near the top, but I don't know if you can see that hiker up there. I just met him. His name is Jen. And we've been coming up switchbacks for quite a bit here. And looks like maybe he's getting close to the top, but I gotta climb this big hill right here. Looks like I'm within striking distance at the top. All those flags up there. Whew. Whew. Oh, that was something. Well, it's 1 o'clock and I've been snacking all day, but now that I'm here, I'm gonna plop down and have my lunch before I head down a very steep and what I've heard is also somewhat slow downhill. You can just barely see the flags flying there at the top of Hope Pass. And you come a little way down the hill, and this is what you see. It is unbelievable. Feels like you're on top of the world. I guess that's what it feels like to hike a 14er, but I've never done one. Well, good morning. It's just before 7 and I'm trying to get an early start, but always seems like there's something that slows me down. But I'm leaving camp before 7, which is awesome. I'm enjoying a beautiful sunrise back there. And I'm not even going to promise you how far I'm going to go today. I am heading towards Lake Ann. And Lake Ann pass. So Lake 𝐿𝐼𝐻 itself is right before the pass, and I hear it's a beautiful place to camp, although I'd love to do more miles than that. I think that's about 12 or 13 from here, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna take it as it goes. I'm trying to, you know, increase my miles a bit, but it is taking me a little bit. So I've got some anxiety around how fast am I going, how long is this gonna take me, all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm gonna set that aside and just enjoy this beautiful morning. Well, I'm going slow, but I've been enjoying the hike so far and marveling that I haven't seen another soul. But I look down there and I can see race tent way down there. So maybe people take the day off before they run, I would assume probably, but I'm surprised I don't see race prep people out. Anyway, I'm hiking along, having fun. Here's my first water source of the day. Runs right under the trail. Well, this is a little Forest Service road, and Winfield, it says on the sign, is the turnaround point for the Leadville 100, which must be the tent that I saw down there. And my sign right here, it's kind of hard to read, Lake 𝐿𝐼𝐻 Pass. That's where I'm headed, following the Colorado Trail. And I just met my second human of the day. I passed a runner, casual runner, I assume, not too far past the last water source. And then I just ran into a northbound hiker named Bree. So Bree, if you end up watching this, good luck. I hope your hike is amazing. I just looked up and saw a deer bounding through the meadow. But unfortunately, I'm never quick enough to catch him on film. It's just about 10 o'clock and I've got, I think, 3 more miles to go to get to Lake 𝐿𝐼𝐻, and the real climbing begins now. I have been struggling a little bit with catching my breath this morning. I think I'm just still really tired from Hope Pass yesterday. And I got a pretty good night's sleep. I went to bed at like 6:30, but just lay there thinking, pondering life and all that kind of stuff till much later. It was probably 10:30 or 11 before I actually fell asleep, and woke up about 5:30 this morning. So I could probably have used a little bit more rest last night. But anyway, 3 miles to go. I'll see Lake 𝐿𝐼𝐻. I'm planning on taking a big long lunch break up there and just enjoying it before I go up and over, and then hopefully continue on to hit at least 13 miles today. Cross your fingers for me. Bugs. I am sitting by a creek taking yet another break today. It's been a rough morning. I am just so wiped from yesterday from going up Hope Pass that it's making me start to wonder about my ability to do the 13 that I want today, and I'm kicking myself because I definitely need to be picking up my pace. So yeah, I'm a little frustrated, and it's hard not having a lot of other hikers out here because it's nice to be able to stop and chat, compare notes, support each other, that sort of thing. I did see one girl going 𝐿𝐵𝐻, so she's actually almost done because I'm about to hit the 200-mile mark here in just I don't know, a couple tenths of a mile. I think it'll be 200 miles. So she's only got less than 200 to go. She's doing great. And I'm thinking, well, I've got 283 more, so I need to get my body going to be able to finish this thing. So, yeah, just struggling a little bit this morning. Some days are like that, unfortunately. So I'm going to rest here just a little bit and then, yeah, climb that mountain. I guess I should also mention that I am drinking a ton of water and snacking like all the time to make sure I've got enough energy in my body. So I'm feeding myself well, but still struggling. Part of that's probably acclimatization still happening, and then also just the fact that conditioning, 4 weeks off the trail, that'll hurt. Well, I'm about probably 0.8 of a mile from the turnoff for the lake, and I just talked to some hikers who stopped there. I've been watching the sky turn darker, and it seems like it's following me. And they said tomorrow is supposed to be monsoon rains all day, which is not good. So the challenge I face when I get up there is, do I camp near the lake in the shade of a few trees, because it is mainly above tree line. Do I stop below tree line and spend the night? And either way, I risk getting kind of rained in tomorrow or hiking in the rain up and over. Or do I try to get up and over today, which is not looking real good based on the pace that I'm hiking at. So I think I'll hike on a little further and then decide. I finally made it to the turnoff of the lake. And although it definitely looks like storms are coming, I haven't got wet yet. So I'm gonna go find a place to set up my tent and sit for a bit and then decide if I stay the night or not. That is Lake Ann. The sky's not pretty, but it's a little clearer. The thunderstorm moved off. It actually didn't hit, but I did go ahead and set up my tent and set it here. And it's kind of flat area, not too far from the lake. The lake's just down past those bushes there, even though you can't see it right here. And there's a creek running right through this area, so I was just able to grab some water. And I really, really want to get up and over that thing. I am tired and it may take me a little bit, but I'm going to gamble and hope that I can do that and get down the other side before the rain starts again. But I do have poncho and garbage bag and that sort of thing, so hopefully I'll be all right. But it's a little after 2 and I just really don't want to sit here all afternoon in the hopes that it doesn't rain. So I'm going to pack up the tent, get back on the trail. I'm gonna sit here for a minute because there's some pikas playing in the rocks over there. And I've never seen one before, so I hope they stick their heads back up. There's one down there. There he is on that rock. They move fast. He is right up on top of that. I can't see that rock. The rock with the stripe in it. I find it so easy to get lost on these rock scrambles. I just did, but I found my way back to the trail, if you call it that. A little reward for making it all the way up here.